Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, or Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and you might have heard of this already, but a couple weeks ago, the Association of Police Chiefs here in the U.S. or in Babylon the Great put out a new handbook for identifying or for helping when incidents are called in on UAPs or unidentified aerial phenomena. But we know them as the chariots of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And so this article is from policemag.com. And it says UFO response guide issued by major city chiefs. The goal of the guidebook is to normalize UAP and UFO sightings so that when and if an officer does encounter something, the officer knows what to do, and the commander to which the officer is reporting takes them seriously. And so the Lord's chariots have entered into the house of the thief, into Babylon the Great. And if you look at UFO sighting maps, you'll see that the USA, or Babylon the Great, has the highest incidence of reports. And so think of who the house of the thief is. This is Esau's headquarters. Esau being the self-proclaimed white man, as well as those small hatters, those 1948ers. And the Lord said he's going to take them out with his chariots, and he's let his chariots enter in to the house of the thief because everything here is stolen. Everything that the Edomites have and everywhere they live is stolen. And so that is the thief that it's speaking of. And they are here and they're showing themselves. I see them often. I know brothers see them often. And these other people are seeing them as well, and they're terrified of them. So they are calling into the police stations and having these things reported. So the officers need a way or a guidebook to actually take these accounts into consideration. So it says police chiefs of America's largest cities have published the first guide about UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, which details encounters and how officers can report the incidents. The Major Cities Chiefs Association says it's the responsibility of police officers to know how to detect, track, and report UAPs and UFOs. Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Chief Johnny Jennings told News Nation, said the 11-page guide is to help officers understand that unexplained occurrences do happen, and it's important for them to know what to do if they ever encounter that experience. They're happening whether you believe in what the origin of them is or not. They're happening, and it's important that we are able to report, Jennings said. The goal of the guidebook is to normalize UAP and UFO sightings so that when and if an officer does encounter something, the officer knows what to do, and the command to which the officer is reporting takes them seriously. It's important to make sure we're tracking these incidents. And it doesn't even matter because these are the angels. These are the chariots of the Most High. There's nothing that you can possibly do about them being here. They don't operate under the U.S. Constitution or under any of the ways of this world. They are under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And so just to prove that those are what people call UAPs are in fact the angels or the chariots of the Lord, we have Psalms 104 and 3, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. And in Revelation 1 and I think it's 7 Slacky if I'm off on that, but it's in Revelation 1. But he said, Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see. Those, those clouds are speaking of the chariots, or what the world calls UAPs. It says, Who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. And you've got to imagine in the ancient world, seeing a UFO or UAP, they could, the only thing they had to go off of, and that was flying or in the air at that point, were clouds. So, and then the things that they had that moved or were vehicles were chariots. And so they called these chariots of the Most High, or the what they call now UAPs, they called them clouds. They also called them whirlwinds, and in 2nd Esdras 13, it's referred to as a mountain, Yahushai's huge ship that he's coming back in, and a couple other different words for him or descriptions of him. So, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So that shows flight as well. But he's coming back in these clouds to bring judgment on this wicked world, this wicked earth, and especially to Babylon the Great, and especially to everywhere that the Edomites dwell. And those clouds are also the chariots of our salvation. So when they come on that great day of the Lord, they're going to be used for both destruction, the destruction of the wicked, and the destruction of the heathen kingdoms, and for the salvation of the elect. So Isaiah 66 and verse 15 says, For behold, the Lord Yahweh, and this Yahushai that's going to be coming in the name of his father, Yahweh, will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. So you see it called, referred to as a whirlwind there. To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So the Lord's going to come back in what the world calls UAPs and destroy this place, along with the destruction from the nukes and the destruction from the wars that are going on. This earth is going to be in complete chaos and peril. It says, For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Because this is, the Edomites think they're taking out a large portion of the population, the people that they call useless eaters, but it's really the Lord cleansing this earth, because these people were born in vain. They don't care about the Lord's ways or how he wants the earth to be ran in, so they have to be cleansed and then born back into a righteous kingdom with a righteous mindset, at least for the Israelites. And then for the heathen, they have to be punished and put under the law, statutes, and commandments by the Israelites. Zechariah 5 and verse 1 says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So that's like a saucer-like disc or tic-tac shaped object, or UAP as they call them. And it says, And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits, so the size of it. And it's flying, it's up in the air. He said, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And so these chariots are a curse unto the heathen and unto the wicked of our nation. And they're going to fill the skies one day. It says, For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And those are the Edomites who are about to be cut off forever. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And the Edomites do that as well. It says, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which is the Lord of armies, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. So this is the Lord's Air Force that is coming in to the house of the thief, into Esau's headquarters, which is the United States of America, also known as Babylon the Great, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house. And these chariots are here more and more, so much to where these police officers have to create a handbook on how to deal with incidents that they receive. And it says, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof, because they're going to be shooting fire or laser beams out and burning up Babylon the Great, as well as the other heathen nations. They're coming to help judge this earth. And they're showing up so much that these people have to create a handbook on how to deal with it, which there's nothing that they could possibly do. They should read this life handbook, the Bible, and understand that there's nothing they could do about it. The Lord's going to bring this forth, as he says. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.